Okay, this video is for straight up to my sister. Um, what I want to say is too many words. So instead of trying to write it, I'm going to try to make a video. But YouTube not playing with me, so I don't know if it's going to get uploaded or not. So here I go. When you say the black community is toxic and we need to clean it out, what are you talking about, sis? You're a swirl advocate. And I believe you intend to be a swirler one day yourself. Whatever goes on in the black community, that's not for you to clean up. That is being a cleanup woman. If you're a swirl advocate and you plan to be on the other side, it's not you all jobs, you swirlers jobs to say you're cleaning up, we need to clean out the toxicity of the black community. That is not your job. It's not for you to advocate for it. It's not for you to defend it. It's not for you to eat that failure. You're not supposed to carry that failure. You have already moved on. The divested movement was supposed to be a mindset, a mentality. You may be still living in the black community, but you are mentally divested from what goes on there, right? You seek to make yourself space safe by the rules of society, right? And you follow the rules of society. And if that society says, listen to me, you can walk with a gun and you can arm yourself and anybody fuck with you, shoot them in the fucking face. Stand your ground, whatever, right? So it does not matter whether you live in a black community or you live outside of the black community. It's not your job to save the black community. You have to be too busy doing something else, which supposedly is supposed to be swirling. Right? Now, if you're swirling, why are you concerned with what toxicity is going on with the black women who only want black men? Just remember, sis, that the black community is wherever the black woman and the black man and the black woman is. So once there is two black women, once there is a black man and a black woman together somewhere on the face of the earth still, that's the last of the black community. It might be a dying community of just two, but that will be the community. The community will never, the black community will not be where the swirlers are. The black community will be where the black man and the black woman are together. Now, whether that community fails or succeeds or goes extinct, that's not for you to worry about, because when you have chosen to divest mentally and you have chosen to breed outside of the black community, you're not invested in the black community no more. This is why swirling sisters keep getting caught up in what is going on in the black community. Your goal is to talk and piper other sisters out of the black community for a better life outside the black community. You can see the failures. You can see where it's not going to work for sisters. Your job is to pipe, not hit people over the head. Pipe the sisters out of the black community into the swirling community where they will have their happy ending. Right? Now, let me prove this to you by using two examples. Black woman was blamed for birth of a nation, in the sense that black men were the ones that black men and black women also made the argument that the people that went to see the majority of the people that went to see Birth of a Nation was black women, and swirlers were stuck. And the simple argument for swirlers is, that's a goddamn lie. There is over 21 million black women in America. How many went? About 200,000 went and see Birth of a Nation. That's what 00 minus 1%. It's the math, my sisters. It's the math, and I'm horrible at math. Don't ask me to do math. Huh. You see me struggling on this English? Huh. But I have to budget a household, right? Some things are more than some. Some things are cheaper because there is a lot of it, and some things are more expensive because there is not. Caviar is expensive because there's not enough of it. Let me use a second example of black women flocking to something that they do want without gloating about it and being bitchy about it. Swirling channels are more popular on YouTube than even Tommy Sotomayor or the Manosphere. How about that? Have you all ever think about it that way? Black women swirling channels is the most popular channels on YouTube. Black women swirlers, popular black women swirlers get more than what a Tommy Sotomayor and Nyla says, the Black Manosphere. Combine all them together from one video. Those channels are in the millions. You hear me, sister? Millions. And go through the scroll list and see who is supporting it. The sisters. Whether we are married to black men or not, we are supporting the sisters' happiness without bashing them over the head about it. Right? The sisters that are swirling, who have living their happy swirling life, is the most convincing thing black women can do to encourage other black women to swirl. Not the bashing. Not, oh, look at you lose. You know, that is why we end up going in a tit for that. Think about this. Think about this also, sisters. The swirling community does not address grievances against black women that is abused in the swirling community. And nor does black women who is abused in the black community address abuse by black men in the black community. Black women, you're still cowardly. You're still too coward to speak up. You're in your swirling community on the happy side. And when one of the few white men go off board and trips and kills one of us, what do you do about it? Do you say, my community, is this what you bringing us in your community for, so make it easier to kill us and get away with it? That is the question you ask, sis. You ask the white men, this is what? You white sisters, you say, oh, you are cool with us, but this is what you all want us in your community for? This is what you all on? What are you all going to do about this? And they will say, listen, he going straight to jail, no pass go. Watch and see, sister. We ain't bringing her over here to abuse you. Watch and see this motherfucker going straight to jail. He ain't getting away. Right? And then you walk back and you say, well, my community answers my cries. Right? The black woman community, she can't guarantee nothing. Nothing. She could voice. She don't have a voice there. She don't have a community. She don't have a community. And I don't see us creating a black community of our own. My book is at a dead stop. Because I'm still fantasizing of the black woman kingdom, where a black woman is safe to be. Not a black woman is safe to gloat, but safe to be. I'm trying to figure out how to make this kingdom in my story a kingdom that is not a gloating kingdom, but a kingdom that is strong enough to protect itself. And how do you give women that powers? Because no woman in human history has been able to do that by herself. Every queen had an army of men. Get it? Get it? Got it? Good. We need men. And anybody telling you we don't need men need to fucking die a quick death. Right? But just because we need men, you have to think about needing men like how the white women need men. You need men that you know how to manipulate. You need to understand how to manipulate these men. You need to become cunning. And you have been told that you had to be straightforward all your life. Because you couldn't lie and they couldn't catch you in a lie, because to be seen lying with your dirty black skin is like, oh, look at the nasty bitches. You know you're nastier than every other bitch, right? You know why you bathe more than every other bitch, right? You know why you make sure you smell better than every other bitch, and why you make sure your house is cleaner than every other bitch's house, right? Because everybody else expect you to be the stinkiest bitch on the face of the earth. That's why you overcompensate. It's cool. And when you don't overcompensate, you go off the wax stink, pussy stink house, just like, and at that point, you don't care to impress nobody no more. You're in total depression. You walk in a black woman house, she ain't competing no more. You see a black woman house filthy. You see a fat black woman. You see a black woman with a house filthy. She has given up. She has given up. You can't tell me no different. You have given up. You ain't willing to compete no more. When you're willing to compete, you say, what? I'm a stereotype of what? I'm going to be anything else but a stereotype. This is why you swirling sisters need to not identify with the failures of the black community. What are you doing? By doing that, you cannot promote your wins. I'm watching it go. I'm watching Miss CK to make the same mistake. She cannot promote Meghan Markle wins. She cannot even have a group of swirling sisters supporting the offering that they will make with their man. Her platform does not address the mistreatment of Meghan Markle nor the mistreatment of other black women in the white community. And I'm not telling you go out there and you bash it. You call them and you say, hey, hero, what are you going to do about this? And they will answer you and they say, not. They will show you. They will jail these motherfuckers. They will shut these motherfuckers down. You understand me? They will. But you can't do it from a point of view like you're fighting for the community still. You got to be in your own community and make demands for what you want to see better. If you do not speak up now, ladies, while it's at the beginning, you will end up being in a community that kills you indiscriminately, like the one you're running from. We already made this mistake in the black community. Don't make it in yours. Do not make it in your community, my sisters. In the communities you will create with other races of men, please don't do it. And that is all. My sister, I love your content. Please don't leave. Please don't think this is a jab to you. This is just a thinking discussion. I have nothing against you. All I have is respect for every lady that dares to put her voice there and be accountable for what she say. Every one of us. Thank you for your time, ladies. That is all.